Have you ever watched a movie that looks extremely bright, pink, colorful, and fun, that secretly hits you with a deep emotional question about identity, purpose, and how society actually sees women? Well, that's exactly what Barbie 2023 does. This is not just a pink movie. This is a movie that forces you to look at yourself, the expectations around you, and the idea of perfection. So today, I'm going to share my full review, my honest reaction to several shocking moments in the film, and why Barbie became one of the most talked about movies of the decade. Ready? Let's dive in.
Have you ever watched a movie that looks extremely bright, pink, colorful, and fun, but secretly hits you with a deep emotional question about identity, purpose, and how society actually sees women? Well, that's exactly what Barbie 2023 does. This is not just a pink movie. This is a movie that forces you to look at yourself, the expectations around you, and the idea of perfection. Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig and starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, arrived as one of the most anticipated films ever. Most people expected a fun comedy about dolls. But what they got was a surprisingly emotional, clever, self-aware movie that explores feminism, masculinity, capitalism, and identity through humor and satire. What the movie is really about. On the surface, Barbie lives in a perfect world called Barbie Land. Everyone is beautiful. Everything is successful. Every woman is confident. Everything is pink. But suddenly Barbie begins to feel something unusual. Fear, anxiety, thoughts about death, and self-doubt. These human feelings start breaking her perfect world. That's where the movie suddenly changes direction. Plot breakdown without spoilers. Barbie travels from Barbie Land to the real world in an attempt to fix what's going wrong inside her. But instead of answers, she discovers something uncomfortable. Real life is nothing like Barbie Land. The real world comes with judgment, beauty expectations, insecurity, and a society that doesn't treat women like they imagined. And this creates a powerful contrast between fantasy and reality. Reaction. My first impression. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the emotional depth. I thought the movie would be fun, maybe a musical comedy, very colorful, but shallow. Instead, it became a huge reflection about what society expects from women and how impossible perfection actually is. I was surprised, in a very good way. Margot Robbie as Barbie. Margot Robbie gives one of her most nuanced performances ever. She goes from the perfect fantasy stereotype to a vulnerable character trying to understand her own identity. There's a specific scene, you'll definitely notice it, where Barbie questions her entire existence. And honestly, I actually paused the movie and thought about myself for a moment. Ryan Gosling as Ken. Let's talk about Ken. Ryan Gosling completely steals the show. His character is funny, insecure, dramatic, and emotionally lost. Ken is trying to understand his own place in the world, and that journey becomes surprisingly relatable. One of the most shocking elements is how the movie frames masculinity and identity, not as ridiculous, but as something painful and confused. Reaction to Ken's arc. This was honestly genius. Ken's story is funny, but also very sad underneath. You realize he has no real identity, unless Barbie gives him one. That idea alone is already heavy. Humor and tone. Barbie is extremely funny. Unexpected jokes, self-awareness, cultural references, breaking stereotypes. This is what makes the movie entertaining while still being emotional. Sometimes you'll laugh, and suddenly the film takes a turn and hits you with something actually meaningful. The visual style. The movie looks amazing. The set design, colors, costumes, everything feels like a childhood memory mixed with a music video. It's playful, but intelligent at the same time. If you just look at the visuals, you could enjoy the movie without even following the deeper message. Themes and deeper meaning. This is where Barbie becomes more than a movie. It deals with feminism, judgment, societal pressure, unrealistic standards, beauty expectations, and female identity. But it doesn't attack men. It attacks the system that creates unrealistic expectations for everyone. Reaction to the emotional moments. There is a monologue in the film, you will definitely notice it, that speaks about how difficult it is to be a woman. My reaction? I stopped, replayed it, listened again, because it perfectly described what women experience every day. It was raw. It was honest. It was powerful. Barbie and real-life society. The movie basically says, you can be pretty, successful, kind, strong, and smart, and still people will expect more from you. This is the heart of the movie. And honestly, it hits harder than expected. The existential part. Barbie discovers that life isn't about perfection. It's about flaws. It's about questioning who you are, making mistakes, accepting yourself, and learning to exist without approval. That's a beautiful message. My reaction to Barbie's transformation. Watching Barbie go from I'm perfect to I'm human was emotional and relatable, even if you're not a woman. The message applies to everyone. Men, women, teenagers, adults. We are all trying to figure out who we are. Let's talk about Ken again. This movie doesn't make men the enemy. Actually, Ken's arc shows that men also suffer from expectations. Be strong. Don't cry. Don't fail. Don't be soft. Society pressures everyone, not just women. This is not a children's movie. Even though it's colorful and playful, this movie is not meant for little kids. It's targeted at adults, especially those who grew up with Barbie as a cultural icon. Global audience reaction. People were divided. Some loved it. Some hated it. Some didn't understand it. Many viewers expected a cute movie about dolls, but what they got was a social commentary instead. Personally, I think that's what makes it brilliant. Soundtrack, quick reaction. The music is catchy and emotional. The songs support the theme instead of just being background noise. Ryan Gosling's musical scenes are surprisingly amazing and funny. My personal review. Barbie is smart. Barbie is funny. Barbie is emotional. Barbie is shockingly deep. Is it perfect? No. Is it extremely impressive? Absolutely. Rating. I would honestly give Barbie a 9 out of 10. Not because it's flawless, but because it dares to be something different. Final takeaway. Barbie teaches one important lesson. You don't need to be perfect to deserve love or respect. And that message alone is worth watching the movie for. Question for the audience. Do you think Barbie's message was empowering or too exaggerated? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Outro written for your channel. Thank you for watching this review and reaction. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe
because I upload more deep movie reviews just like this one. See you in the next one. So today, I'm going to share my full review, my honest reaction to several shocking moments in the film, and why Barbie became one of the most talked about movies of the decade. Ready? Let's dive in.